What do you think of Devin Haney versus Keyshawn Davis? Keyshawn Davis has recently called out Devin Haney. Y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. Keyshawn Davis is a good fighter, but I feel like someone like Devin Haney would probably, toy with someone like Keyshawn Davis. And the reason why I say this is because, Devin Haney has fought a lot of fighters. I feel like the experience of Devin Haney alone would be able to beat someone like Keyshawn Davis. Though Keyshawn is a very good fighter, and he does, and Keyshawn Davis has good fundamentals. I just feel like someone like Devin Haney would just be too big, too strong. Mind you, Devin Haney walk around at a massive weight. So I just feel like, when they do fight, Devin Haney would just be too big and, strong for, Keyshawn. Keyshawn is, a big guy, but, I feel like Devin Haney is a little bit bigger. As far as the boxing skills go, Keyshawn may have a little more skills. He might have a little more pop to his punches, but I just feel like, going by just like the discipline alone, I just feel like the style of Devin Haney will frustrate, someone like Keyshawn. I could see Devin Haney, popping the jab all night, having Keyshawn turning in circles. Like, Devin Haney would not, sit there and, trade with Keyshawn. I could see, Devin Haney just catching him with the long jabs, these long arms that he have, it'd probably be really bad. I don't think Keyshawn should take this fight as of yet. There's plenty of other fighters that Keyshawn could fight. He could fight Isaac Pitbull Cruz. He can go after, other guys that's, as small as him. I don't know, maybe he can entertain another Roach fight, or maybe he could fight, Edwin De Los Santos again, him and Edwin De Los Santos was going to fight, but Keyshawn came overweight, so that fight got canceled. Hopefully we can see them fight again. That would be a good fight for Keyshawn, a good testing fight to see if he really got the style and the resilience to hang with these boys. But if Devin and Keyshawn was to fight, I'll have Devin winning the fight, easy, very, very easy. As far as Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo, we all seen this fight. Teofimo, many people thought that it would have been, a closer fight than what it was. I personally thought it would have been a closer fight. I was proven wrong. Of course I knew Shakur would win, but I didn't know he would win in that type of fashion. It was easy work. I mean, Shakur didn't really run as much. He didn't really run. He kind of stood in the pocket. He kind of traded. It was crazy. I mean, like, it was a wild thing to see. I feel like Shakur had more pop. Shakur had more speed. He outsmarted and outwitted Teo. And it doesn't help to in Teo's favor, with his dad in his corner. His dad didn't really give him the correct advice. All he was saying was like, where's your power? And you gotta hit him. But, every fan, even in the stands, know that you gotta hit him. Like, I feel like Shakur was just too good that night. And I feel like, Teofimo corner, his corner also caused his loss. I feel like if he had a better corner, better advice, I feel like he could have made it more competitive. He could have made it more competitive, at least to the point where if Teo would have lost, people could have called for a rematch, but because of the fight being so lopsided and so bad, I don't think people will want to see a rematch. So, Teo might just have to go to the drawing board. He might have to get a new coach. His dad Gotta get rid of him, man. Gotta get rid of his dad if you want to make it.
You violate, I'm gonna have to demonstrate. You violate, I'm gonna demonstrate.
Well, stop trying to let flow, but you trying to steal quotes and stuff.
You trying to steal quotes, brother. You violate, I'm gonna demonstrate.
I want y'all to play them tapes back.
You already know what I say. You violate, I'll demonstrate.
But Shakur, that guy will put anybody to sleep outside the ring.